Today I waited on this lady that tried to set me up to be wrong on purpose. I walk up to the table and I say, "Hi guys, good afternoon. Can I get y'all started off with any beverages?" And I go around the entire table asking all three individuals what they would like to drink. They go, "Water, water." She goes, "Water, kids' milk." And I said, "Oh, kids' milk? Okay, got it." She didn't make eye contact with me. She didn't repeat the order back to me, which I always do. Every time I take a drink order or a food order, I repeat everything back, always, on purpose. And the reason why she whispered her drink order and that weird ass phrase that she said was so that she could create confusion later. And by doing this, this sets up a subtle trap to where later when I come back to the table, she can whisper to somebody or say something to somebody at the table and go, "I didn't ask for that. She's wrong. She took my order wrong." That's not what I said, right? It gives her and that archetypal energy that sense of moral superiority and a sense of control. So instead of correcting me directly, which is healthy behavior, she stayed silent when I repeated it back to her. And so when I came back to the table with 3 waters and a kid's milk, she goes, within earshot to the other guy at the table, "I didn't order that." "Yeah, you did." So this is classic indirect communication, a need for an audience, and a major lack of accountability. And so because I didn't collapse, because I didn't shrink, because I embody a secure nervous system, and she decided to say, "Oh, I didn't order that," I said, "Oh, you did, but it's okay. I'll take it back. No worries." And so I took it off the table, came back to their food order, and everybody was ready at the table. I said, "Is everybody ready to order?" Everybody goes, "Yep." And of course, she stayed silent. So I take the lady's order on the right. She was ready to go. The guy was ready to go. It was his birthday. And then she goes, "Kids meal?" So because I stayed calm, neutral, I didn't fawn, I didn't shrink, that triggered her and totally and completely destabilized her. So she switched to more overt hostility, a sharper tone, and just flat out irritation because her original script didn't work on me. So after she went, "Kids meal," I went, "Oh, you want a kids menu? Okay, yeah, let me go get you one. I'll be right back." You should ask for one. But I want to go into the core reason of why she originally didn't ask for a kids menu. Number one is she wanted to do control through confusion. If she would have clearly asked me up front, there would have been no mistake to leverage later on. She needed to create ambiguity and this gotcha moment. And that's how this archetype feeds off of energy. This archetypal energy also fears direct expression because they associate that with rejection and sometimes even shame as well. And so they'll either hint at things, they whisper really quietly, or they'll test certain things. And so because deep down subconsciously, they don't feel safe asking directly for what they want, they will just refuse to flat out say things in general, right? Instead of just saying it, just being direct, you know? There's also this subconscious power play game that they like to play. So there's like this quiet satisfaction of, I knew what I said, but they didn't catch it. And so in their minds, they believe that they one-upped you. And the last core part of this is this victim loop, and more specifically, a victim identity loop. So because she wasn't clear about what she wanted, she now gets to step into, "Oh, well, they messed up. They misheard me." Even though she engineered the entire situation. And so because I refused to play her games with her, because I refused to validate her distortion, and because I came at her with calmness, safety, secure energy, and accountability, her nervous system perceived me as a threat. And so what does she do? Somebody like that, they come back at you with an attitude. And what's crazy is the table that was sitting behind them actually ended up paying for that table, which I'm sure was because it was that guy's birthday. And so the men paid for their entire meal. And so I walked up to them and I said, "Hey, just so you guys know, the men behind you actually ended up paying for the meal." And the woman, the older woman, goes, "Oh my gosh, really? Like, who did it? Like, thank you so much." And I told the guy, I was like, "Happy birthday. Like, what a great birthday present. Good for you, you know?" And he was so happy. And the archetype, the saboteur archetype that we're talking about, her face and her energy was like this the whole time. Just dead silence, ungrateful energy, And I just sat there and I thought to myself, like, those two deserve to have their food paid for, but you didn't. You deserve to pay for your food because you suck. So if anybody in your family, anybody in your world, anybody in your friendship group, your coworkers, your job, anywhere where you have basic human interactions, the archetypal energy that this is called is something that I call the covert saboteur with a victim overlay. Beware of these people. So, the sole lesson of dealing with a covert saboteur archetype is they are here to initiate you into unshakable self-trust. The lesson here is I know what I experienced even when you try to twist it. It is maintaining neutral, clean boundaries. So not reacting and being like, oh, you fucking bitch, fuck you, right? It's, oh yeah, no worries, we could just take that off the table. Oh, okay, you did say that, but that's fine. Boundary without escalation. This is another important one that has just been so like deep for me and really important for me is not playing the role that they assign you. And the sole lesson here is not accepting identities that people try to place onto you. You do not accept assigned identities. You know exactly who you are, period, full stop. You stay in your self-led authority and you maintain your own inner clarity. Do not let these people confuse you out of reality. And the last key soul lesson here is staying regulated in the micro distortions. Can you stay grounded in the subtle discomfort that archetype creates? Can you hold your own reality without needing them to agree with you? Disarm this archetype by naming reality calmly. Do not over-explain or defend yourself. Refuse their emotional hook by staying calm. Stay solution-oriented. So this is what I did. This is what I really honed in on was everything that she asked for, I repeated it back. I said, anything else? Sugar-free syrup? Here's your sugar-free syrup. Oh, here's your food. Would you like a bigger plate? Would you like napkins? Anything else I can get for you? Oh yeah, butter, it's right there on the table. Right? I'm in charge here, not you. And number 5 on how to disarm them is energetic detachment. I see what you're doing and I refuse to participate. Nope, not playing that game.